welcome back to another episode of the Not For Nothing podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Natasha.
And I am your other co-host, Sarah. And today we're joined with Che Durena.
Hello.
If you've seen the episode prior, Che is an awesome comedian and storyteller, and we're really excited to have him on the show. He gets super funny. So I think we'll start with the hard-hitting questions.
Hard hit. Hit me.
There are women who want to know.
Who want to know?
What's your phone password?
No, that's never getting out there.
What? You're not going to just change it?
No, well, because now I'm not going to. Well, because if I tell it, then I'm just going to change it. So then you're not going to know it. So let's just cut off.
But will you ever change it?
Oh, yeah, I would change it for sure. No, I'm very, very private about my phone.
Really?
Yeah. No one's looking through my phone.
Do you think that's a red flag?
Well, I'm not in a relationship.
But do you think that, like, being so private about your phone, even not in a relationship, can be a red flag?
I mean, someone could definitely see it that way for sure. Like, they're like, oh, why does he want to look through his phone? But I'm very open about how sexual I am. And I'm like, you're just not. And also one of my biggest rules, like this, like a Batman thing, like Batman doesn't kill. I'm like, I never show nudes to other people. Like my nudes,
love that.
I show. But like any nude that's ever been sent to me, I don't ever show those nudes to anybody.
Do they go in like an encrypted folder?
No, they're just like in my Instagram mostly. And what I do is I flag the accounts that have sent me nudes. So then I can just like go through, I can look up by flags. And usually everyone who's flagged either has sent me a nude or has potential to send me a nude.
Oh, wow. You flagged for potential.
I flag for potential as well.
Oh, crazy.
Interesting.
If someone is like, they came in a little spicy. We didn't really get there yet.
And you're like, I could massage this.
Yeah. I'm very much like, I'll talk. And then if I have nothing to say, I just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've found 9 times out of 10, sometimes it's like months, but a lady will pop up like, hey, thinking about you again, or just will straight up send me a nude, or it'd be like way more aggressive this time because it's like, well, he just stopped talking to me last time. So they up the ante.
Oh,
so this kind of
wow.
like, it's not on purpose either. It's just like this indifference. I call it the Komodo dragon because like a Komodo dragon bites its prey and then just follows it for like days until it just waits for it to die. It like just takes time. You just give it the time it needs to finish.
Wow.
When was the last time you had to change a phone number?
Change a phone number?
Yeah,
Oh,
like, do you still have the same phone number?
Yeah, I don't think I ever
For
have.
your whole life.
Yeah.
Me
well,
too.
No, I
Rare.
got a different one in America.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because I'm thinking like, when you buy Plug's old phone number, there is some value to that. Like people have that number already. You're kind of like a nude plug.
Mm-hmm. I guess, yeah.
Like there's value in your
so
phone number. You
true.
could sell your phone number to
Yeah.
somebody else who would like to receive nudes.
But his cardinal rule is no sharing nudes.
No.
Well,
So,
I'll share personals.
well, you'll
but-
share your nudes.
Yeah. But I would
Yeah.
never share someone else's nudes.
Do you recycle your own nudes?
Yeah, of course. I have
Oh,
like
wow.
a best of folder.
Yeah, do you have a rotating like?
Yeah, there's like, because especially now, there's people who ask me for nudes quite a bit. So I have like some on dock that are great. I got one that's like so good.
Are they seasonal?
No seasonals.
No seasonals.
No.
Do
it's all
you have to
Penny Road.
retire them ever? Is there any that like gets...
So far, I haven't had to retire some. Like I try to stay in good shape to maintain the body because all my nudes, whenever I get in because I go through you go in and out of it.
Mhm.
But whenever I get in really good shape, that's when I take the most nudes and then I keep those.
All right, so they're
That's-
full body nudes.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of them.
Okay.
Oh,
You're
full
not just
body.
getting like dick pics.
It's not
No.
full.
No, you're
just-
getting like probably like neck down,
Mm.
well
Okay.
neck down to like maybe like mid thigh, like that chunk.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
quite a lot of body.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Full
Yeah.
torso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
got it. You show it.
Got it.
What
Cool.
resolution do you shoot in?
Or whatever. My phone's hitting in. Yeah, I don't.
1080.
Yeah, we're on 1080. Yeah.
All right. So, since you've developed this, you have an ultra sexual personality
Yeah.
online,
Mhm.
but like at your origin story, have you ever told the story of losing your virginity?
Oh, I don't think I have. I lost my virginity. It's almost like kind of hacky. Like a girl came over who I'd been dating for a while. She came over after school. We had sex. My mom came home, and then I had to like sneak her out of the house. I wasn't supposed to have girls over when no one was there. And she
Yeah.
did this like really dumb. I will never forget this. Like I grabbed her shoes. My mom walked in. I don't think she saw her shoes, so I grabbed her shoes, brought them upstairs. I was like, okay, I gotta sneak you out the front door. And she puts her shoes on, which were these heel boots, and walks down the hardwood steps. And I was like, I heard her start stepping. I was like, what do you like? I meant put them on like when you get out.
When you leave.
And then she left her like eye touch or something, or what the
She definitely left something.
the remember yeah. What was that thing? It was not like
An iPod?
No, it was an iPod, but it wasn't the iPod Touch.
Yeah.
But she left that, and then so she called my house to be like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "You couldn't wait? Like fucking, I would come bring it to you." Like it just like
Even the morning.
Yeah, my mom was like pissed.
So she knew.
Well, I don't think she knew that we fucked, but she knew that I had a girl over when I wasn't supposed to.
Oh,
and I was like
wow.
lying about it, of course. But that I just got caught for that so frequently that it was just like another thing that my mom was going to scream at me about.
Wow. So since that day, your habits remained. Did
Well,
you ever take years off?
of sex?
Mm-hmm.
I think the longest period I on the previous episode I mentioned how I was staying in a youth shelter. Like I was homeless for the first like 8 months or so when I was in Toronto. I didn't fuck then. But pretty like it's only been like turning up. The heat has only gone up and up and up the more popular that I've been getting, because it's like it just gets easier and then you're like turning it down. But I think it was even before I had sex. It's like when I first got exposed to porn, that was when like something unlocked in my head where I was like, yo, this is whatever this is, I need this.
I'm surprised you weren't fucking in the youth shelter. Usually homeless dick is the best.
Yeah, no, they say broke dick
is it's a powerful force.
Yeah, I think I moved there to do stand up and I was really focused on that at the time.
Wow.
So I mean, I'm still very focused on stand up. Let's not
You
get
just
that mixed
found a
up.
way to mix the stand up with the sex.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. But I think when I first made that move, I had such little to work with and such little things going on that it was like I'm not going to sacrifice anything in any direction.
It was survival mode.
Yeah.
And then once you had your first sex experience, did you have sex with this girl again?
Yeah, we had
Or
sex
was it like my mom, like never again?
No, we had sex a few more times and then we broke up. And then there was like the first girl who I had like a lot of sex with was also this girl in high school, and we would fuck a ton. And that was the first person who I think I was like doing different, like all these different positions, all these different things. Like we fucked a lot.
Discovery phase. Like,
yeah.
Discovery phase.
Definitely wasn't as in tune with what a woman needs during sex, like trying to make her come and all these things. It was definitely like very much going through the motions and just like trying to pull out on time.
Right.
Like that was like
the main priority.
The main priority, especially back
You're like,
then.
what's an orgasm? I just don't want a baby.
Dude, because you nut like crazy when you're that young. It's fucking hair trigger. So yeah, so I think that was like the first experimenting and stuff. And then I had slept with a few other people after that. I actually slept with this like 30-something-year-old lady when I was like 17. I don't think she knew I was 17.
I hope not.
But no.
Do you feel comfortable saying like how you even met? Like how did that encounter happen?
It was I remember it was UFC 100 and we were doing a watch party at my brother's house. Then we're all drinking and stuff, and like I pass out because I'm 17, I have a couple drinks, and I'm like going to bed, and they all left and went to the casino, and I wake up like as they're coming back, and they come back with these girls. So it's like a little party, everyone's chatting, and I was talking to this lady, just talking her up. So she for sure didn't know how old I was.
Yeah, it was like out of context for her.
And I'm chatting her up, and then these two twins, there were these handsome black twins, came up and they're talking to her, and then these guys are like macking back and forth, and I was like, yo, I need to make a move. So I took her by the hand and just took her into my brother's bedroom. It's still to this day one of the fucking coolest things I've ever done.
That was a power move.
Yeah, that is a power
move, dude.
Is that your most powerful move you've ever done?
That's
your most sleek move?
Even I look back on that, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
We were just talking about this. We used to really shoot our shot a lot more when we were younger.
Crazy.
Now, I couldn't imagine doing a tenth of what I used to do.
Bro, just taking a girl by the hand and taking her to a bed. Never.
In front of other men.
Yeah, just like I was like, we're done here, kind of thing.
You were a child,
dude.
You were a child.
Wild move, wild. And I remember that night, no one hooked up with another girl. I was the only one who got
my
away.
God.
This little fucking 17-year-old bing.
That is too funny.
Yeah, dude, that was wild.
Wow.
Those were like the first few I got before I left Canada. And then when I went to Mexico, I was a scuba diving instructor and started having a lot of sex with tourists and stuff. I had sex with like the first girl who ever like choked during sex was this like punk chick who had these like blonde dreads. She was from
We don't like
Montreal. No, she was cool. She was cool as shit. She like fucking drove a van all the way. She would multiple times. She had driven a van all the way from fucking Montreal down to Playa del Carmen. She had like dogs. She was
Van
like this.
life.
Is he
Dude.
telling us that he fell in love with his first wook in
I
Mexico?
think you did.
She's still a good friend of mine.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys
Uh,
like do whippets together. and, like,
No, I don't.
just-
She'd never do whippets. She did smoke hash like crazy though.
Mm.
I don't think she does anymore. But she just
Punk girls are a rare breed, so I just have
No,
to.
she's a wook.
Yeah, but
She's not
Like,
punk.
no, she's punk.
She's-
She is for
It's a
sure
fine
punk.
line between the two.
no, it's
No.
not. It's very different.
No,
I just
woke
have.
is like
I just
crystal,
happen to have
spiritual.
both crossover, but
Punk is like fuck the establishment. No one's gonna tell me what to do. I'm very educated politically. Like wook is like I like crystals, the earth, man, and like fucking
Yeah.
like
but
electronic
the
music.
dreads and the van are really.
it's also anti-capitalist in a way.
Yeah.
Well, not the dreads.
No,
Those
she's
are a little bit unacceptable, but
the dreads are.
is it a
weird
rat
because-
tail?
no,
Okay,
and she doesn't
that,
have them anymore.
Okay, that would have been the out.
But she was awesome. Yeah, she was still a very good friend of mine. But yeah, like she was horny as shit, and I learned a lot about like fucking and sex and stuff from her. And then yeah, I was just kind of like bouncing around, hooking up with different people. And then I think in Toronto, I really worked to, I guess, be like more comfortable with what I want sexually and
Mhm.
what I can give to another person, and like having like each experience better and better and better. And that was like the best growth I think I had in understanding like how to have better sex with a person, because I was like more stable. I was getting older.
Mhm.
I dated this one girl and we would go to sex clubs together and we fucked like a lot. I've never fucked with one person that much. Every time we hung out, we would fuck a bunch. Like there's one time we fucked for like 10 hours. Like we went to a sex club the night before, we fucked all night, and then we went back to her place, fucked, and then the next day we fucked from like, we got up at like, let's say noon and fucked until like 8 p.m. I remember because I had to show at 8:30 and we didn't leave her room. We just kept fucking. At a couple times we tried to get up and get food and we just started fucking again. We would just
Wow.
fuck non.
That's like a crazy attraction.
Yeah.
We fucked like
Oh, to be young.
crazy.
Did you
Um,
ever not fuck when you hung out?
No.
Like
I
you
think-
never hung out without sex?
I think one time we went to a museum and we didn't fuck, and the entire time I was just thinking about fucking her. And then we went back to her place and we didn't fuck, but we like messed around. Because
Wow.
I had to like leave right away and go to work. So I think I like ate her out or something, and then I was like, I gotta go.
Wow.
Yeah, we fucked like crazy. That was really good.
You've had these like crazy sexual adventures, but have you ever had a Pop Rocks blowjob?
No, I haven't. I think I would do it, but that seems like a novelty that would be like, I think it would be a fun idea, and then in practice it would be kind of lame, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think because we're getting terrible from the
Wow.
producer.
So we have somebody who has experience with it. Terrible.
Like, for one, you don't want to have anything that's like gravelly in the mouth.
That's extremely true.
Yeah.
It's toothy.
Yeah.
It's toothy for sure.
Exactly.
Extremely gravelly.
Yeah, so you don't want to mix that sensation with your dick. But I also
Fucking
find
paper
that
cuts. Like,
yeah, you get little fucking like scratches
Lacerations.
everywhere. It's like,
imagine it gets infected because it's
Oh,
like
God.
oh, dude, it'd be like a kid's knee when he's riding a skateboard. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you don't want that.
Oh, the gravel.
yeah,
Yeah.
the gravel.
Like, I think for me, if you're trying to increase sexual pleasure, it's not so much in the tools. There's some things I really like a fucking ball gag, leash, collar, like that stuff's all super hot. But it's more in like the communication and the psychological that really take it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Like, whatever roles you're trying to play, getting into those roles, talking dirty talk, specific words, like that's where you're gonna take your nut from like I came to like ugh.
Totally.
Agreed. I feel like toys and bells and whistles and all that sometimes are like a band-aid / covering for the fact that you're like not able to connect more on a mental.
Yeah.
I think that's a good observation.
Like, I think some of them can enhance whatever position you're trying to be.
Agreed.
Like,
Yeah.
like rope, you tie a girl up.
There's some stuff
you're
that's like
trying
fun to add.
Yeah, you can try to create that more of that tension, more of that power difference or power struggle. But yeah, there are some stuff where it's like, I don't know if that fucking does anything. I did once.
Yeah.
I used a vibrating cock ring, and the girl fucking loved it. She said that was fucking great. Yeah.
Really?
Okay, I
Yeah.
used one once, but it was so scary because it said one size fits all, and it like kind of suffocated.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the opposite, that it couldn't.
What, like
It was
squeeze
too
too tight in
far.
his dick?
Yeah, and like we didn't know if it was safe or not, but it said it was safe. But it like kind of looked like when you like twist the end of a balloon.
Oh my god, it was like
I
it
was
was
like, I don't
literally-
know if we should keep this on.
It's a
Yeah.
cock ring and penis pump in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a compression sock for your dick.
Yeah. No, you're supposed to have like, it's supposed to be a little tight because I think the purpose
Yeah,
of the
we
cock
didn't
ring-
know how tight was too tight, and it's unfortunately one of those things that there's definitely like a gap in like education that's not
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just instructional.
Right.
Where's the manual?
Unfortunately, I feel like it might be used as porn if they.
And that's
if
what
they
I'm saying.
came
And so
out
then
with
it
one.
quickly just becomes porn.
It does.
Yeah, you gotta do that like see through, or like the one where it's like the dick's cut open and you see the inside of all the pieces. I think that desexualizes it a little bit when you can see like
The pieces of the toy or the penis?
of the dick. You know, like
Oh
when they
man, like
you
super
look,
biological.
Yeah, you
like
look in like a-
textbook.
yeah, you see like the fallopian tubes and you'll see the
Yeah.
whole. When you're
Like,
looking at that,
true.
I don't think I could jerk off.
I
to
want
that.
it to look like a fucking like IKEA assembly kit. Like those line drawings.
I
oh
think
like,
yeah,
Insert screw A and
Yeah.
screw B, and then
Right.
that's the diagram. Just
Yeah.
explain to me what's supposed to happen, and then also explain to me what's not supposed to happen.
and they have
True.
little funny characters.
Tell
and
me what I
stuff.
should be
Like, tell
scared
me
of.
what should be alarming.
Yeah,
Right.
What color should it not turn?
Is blue too far gone?
well, yeah, you're deep. You're in deep water if it's going
It's
blue.
turned cold. I don't know what's up.
I can't feel his balls anymore.
But yeah.
Okay, so do you believe in recycling?
Do
So you believe in recycling nudes, but do you believe in recycling?
Like the concept of recycling? Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
believe-
just like the actual execution of how in America recycling happens or doesn't.
And do you recycle?
I don't make a conscious effort to recycle. I kind of just like chuck shit.
Dude,
Uh,
we're gonna use this
Breaking
clip on
news.
Earth Day.
Yeah. Oh no,
And
yeah.
put a
You can.
stamp on your face. He doesn't recycle.
No, I think recycling is one of those things that's like I don't. If you're not recycling, I don't think you're a bad person. If you are recycling, I don't think you're a good person. But I also
Agree.
think it's like it's an illusion a little bit. Like we just had the Ohio train disaster. There was
Yeah.
that thing where there was a burning hole of fire in the Gulf of Mexico a few years ago. These companies are polluting, like, and that's just disasters. We're not
Yeah.
even including just like the super freights that are transporting all these goods that are like polluting 100 times my lifetime in a day.
Right.
It's like, yeah, like fucking Elon Musk's rocket is doing the CO2 emissions. That's like more than I could ever fucking, if I went out of my way to try and create CO2 emissions, I couldn't do that. So I'm like, yeah, if I throw some plastic in the garbage, it's like, it is. If we want to fix it, we don't start by being like, you need to recycle. It's not, I don't like this idea of putting it on the individual. Oh, it's
Yeah.
your job. No. There's massive organizations that are polluting beyond your fucking, beyond what you can conceive. That's only what we can catch them for. You know,
Yeah.
they're doing shady shit that they're just letting go. They were fucking blowing up nukes under the ocean in the 60s. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be too fucking picky about where I throw my paper.
That's so
I
true.
could not agree more.
Same.
That's where we stand as well.
Yeah.
Dope.
So
So
like,
I'm glad we can
can
agree.
agree.
I'm glad we can agree recycling is fake.
No, I was worried. I was like, maybe we can't be friends. Maybe.
Yeah.
You got to recycle. My
Yeah.
sister has a huge anxiety for recycling. If she doesn't recycle properly, she feels all like guilty and shit.
Me too.
I make fun of her all the time. I'm like, "What, did you put in the right thing?" I love to pick on her for
And
that.
I feel like
because it's sad. Like
it's a conspiracy. Like they made us
is.
believe that this was gonna be good, and in the end, like it's just going into the same landfill somewhere.
Exactly.
like,
dude.
and in the end. It doesn't even
And there's all
matter.
these like when you start to look at the science of everything, it's like, okay, we're getting rid of plastic bags. It's like, okay, good, getting rid of plastic bags. We're not using single-use plastic. And it's like, okay, we're all gonna have canvas bags. A canvas bag, you like the resources that go into making a canvas bag.
We always say this.
Yeah, it's like you would have. I did the math on it once. It's like you would have to use a canvas bag like once a week for like 30 years to equal like one plastic bag.
Yeah.
Like to the of what it costs to make it.
Right.
And it's like
And the amount of water that it takes.
yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's the way I look at it, it's like we're all gonna die. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like this, I think a lot of the concepts that people stress about are not including the perception that they're going to die. It doesn't matter what it is. If we're talking about like ecological disasters or like gender politics or any of these things, people are like, well, it's going to, our kids, it's going to, it's like all these things you're worried about of this, like if it was like some shadow government's manipulating you through social media and if it gets to that dystopian future, even if it does, you're probably almost going to die. Like you're going to be almost dead.
True.
So it's like, you're just going to, so what do you, like anything that might be a threat to me, I'll either die from it or I'll die from old age, but I'm going to die.
Yeah,
That's a definite.
we're all headed towards the same goal here.
Yeah, we're all going to
Mhm.
die. So it's
Yeah.
like, bro, chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Do you think there's a difference? This is kind of like off topic again,
Mm-hmm.
but so have you noticed if hot people are better at sex or are mid to uggos?
The thing is, what I'm very liberal with my dick because there's no like setting. There's no, like, I think being good at sex is like, there's that really, really funny tweet that's like, when you have nipple piercings, people think you're good at sex, but it just really means you're mentally ill. But at the end of the day, what's the difference?
Drag me!
it's so accurate.
Yeah, that
Wow.
tweet is so fucking funny. That's so funny.
That's real. That's real.
That is so real.
But yeah, there's no, like, I don't think being good at sex is related to looks at all, because there's some people who are very prudish, who are maybe not that attractive, not that confident to get like naked because they are stuck in the social constructs of what they need to look like, and they won't reach out and explore. And
Mhm.
then there's some people who are maybe super hot and feel like they don't need to give because they're like, I'm hot, I'm already showing up. But those are just like, that's a percentage of those groups, which I can't even tell you what percent it is. There's people who fuck
Throw
good.
a number.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of the hot people I fucked have been incredible at sex, and some of them
Okay.
have not been. And same with people who aren't as conventionally attractive, have been not that good at sex or good. There's no like standard with it. I think you just have to like work at it, and you have to be comfortable, and you have to be honest with yourself to be good at sex. That's a very important part.
Honest with yourself in what way?
Because some people are like turned on by something or want to get fucked a certain way or whatever it is, but they aren't comfortable enough with themselves to explore that. And then so they just hold back. And when you're being inauthentic during sex, you're like constantly second guessing and you're in your head, and now you're not in the moment, which is going to make the sex not as good. If you can just free flow into what you're doing and be completely comfortable, and when you're turned on by something, say this, do this, I want this, and vice versa, and have that reciprocal communication, that's going to make your sex so much better.
Yeah, that's why I don't like hookup culture, because I
Yep.
feel like I'm a shy person and I'm very bad at communication. And
You need the comfort. Of
yeah,
the
like
that
takes me
gives
a
you the
while
mental
to like
connection.
know how to say what's up, and if you don't say what's up, it's gonna be so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh,
It'll be a
awkward-
struggle for the both of us.
Awkward sex is just
Yeah.
so bad.
It's like, why have sex if you're
That's
gonna have
what I'm
awkward sex?
saying, and
I
here we go
agree.
back to not having bad sex.
Yeah.
Mm,
No, it's
yeah.
if you are shy like that, then it's good. It's good to build up like a rapport with a person, even if it's a fuck buddy that you're fucking consistently. I've had fuck buddies that I've fucked for a long time that we have like really good sex. There's this one girl who was banging, who she had like a guy who was like the boyfriend guy.
Mm.
This is fucking a savage story.
Oh,
So
we're ready.
she had a guy who was the boyfriend guy, and I was like the dick guy. And she would ask me to do boyfriend shit sometimes, and I was always like, no. Like
You're like, my contract is only for 20 hours for
That's
dick guy
crazy.
activities.
well,
He said no.
yeah, I would say no to the boyfriend shit.
Why wouldn't he say no? He's
Because-
just a dick
I
guy.
just feel
there
like-
is a boyfriend. Like,
There is a boyfriend guy.
You already have
Like-
somebody in this position. Why am I doing both jobs?
We weren't dating.
Was
I
it an
wasn't.
official boyfriend that she had?
No, it wasn't an official boyfriend, but it was a guy who's doing boyfriend shit. Would take her out to dinner and do all that kind of shit.
Would he
And-
fuck her?
He would fuck her, yeah.
Okay.
But I was fucking her better, I guess.
Yeah, he was more in like a cuck way.
Yeah.
But I don't think he knew about me. But he knew that she wasn't exclusive to him. But he didn't
Okay.
specifically know about me. Like I knew his name.
Oh
Is his
man.
name Paul?
No,
Oh.
I won't say his name.
I was like, I feel like they're always named Paul.
But she would ask me to do.
Is it what?
Paul is a beta name.
Yeah.
Okay.
She would ask me to do boyfriend shit, and I was always like no, because there's a guy for the boyfriend stuff, and also I understood the value that I was providing.
Yeah.
Like I'm here fucking you well. We're doing a bunch of shit that he won't do because I know this is why you have to come to me for this.
Yeah.
So I'm providing
Wow.
I'm providing value, and I understand what my value is worth. And for you to ask more from me when you can go get it from somewhere else, I'm not restricting, not saying oh you can only fuck me but I don't want like.
But what if she started to like you?
That's on her terms?
Oh, so you're saying there's not a chance that you could end up liking her?
I mean, there could be a chance I could end up liking her, but I didn't at the time.
Okay.
But it's like if she was starting to get feelings and like couldn't do that, then it's like that's your shit you got to deal
Yeah.
with. Because
Yeah.
I came in, I even at one point she was even like, "Is this just sex?" And I was like, "This is just sex." And then she was like, "Okay, I don't think I can see you more." And then like 4 days later, called me.
I hate that shit.
And I'm just like, I made my boundaries. And
Yeah.
I never wavered on them. Like she wanted me to, at one point she was like, "Oh, how about this leads into what happened too." She was like, "How about you don't use condoms with me and use condoms with everyone else?" And I was like, "How about next time we go to hook up, I let you know if I fuck anyone else without a condom." And then the next time we went to hook up, we did. So I was like, "So we got to start using condoms now." But she brought that up a few more times where she would be like, "Oh, like why can't you just not use condoms with me and condoms with everyone else?" Like that conversation happened like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, "No, I'm not making that adjustment. I told you no on this."
Yeah.
And also, I know that hook.
That's the transition into exclusivity.
It's fucking it's step one and just reeling you in. It's like, oh well, I'm
well, we're not seeing other people without condoms, and then
It's
it's just
like-
like, well, we're not seeing other people.
It's like, dude,
And
it's
then
like
it's like, I'm pregnant.
Right,
So,
exactly.
What are you going to do?
So I was like, I know this move and I'm not falling for this move. But when it ended up happening was because we were fucking like we would do shit where we're like putting the dick's raw and you're like putting it super close to the pussy, and it's like we're playing it fucking so close to the chest. And one time we just end up fucking raw, and she was like, "Are you clean right now?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I don't know. I'm out there fucking a bunch of people. I haven't been tested in a little while." And she was like, "Oh, fuck." So this other dude, the boyfriend guy, he got put on condoms, and she told him that, "Oh, I got a yeast infection. And if we have sex without condoms, we're going to pass it back and forth." And then I was off of condoms.
Did you guys Did you use these sacred few days to get tested? And
I don't think we did. I think we just kept fucking without condoms.
he had to keep fucking with condoms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dark.
That's fucked.
That's dark. I hope he found some self-respect.
But he didn't know. He didn't know. He just this
He
chick.
knew.
I mean, maybe it did.
He
If
must
you
have known.
start regularly using condoms, like how long does it take for a yeast infection to go
I don't know.
away?
I don't know.
Honestly, 3 days or 7 depends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, wow.
Did we talk about the yeast infection situation already, or was it with somebody else?
Wasn't with me.
Oh my god.
What?
Where I like almost died from the yeast infection medication.
Really?
So it like clears out your like internal like
Microbiome.
microbiome.
Yeah.
And I took the like pill for it, and I just vomited for like 20 hours straight.
Are
I
you
had like
serious?
hives everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, this can never happen again.
Holy shit.
It was crazy. This shit is nuts.
That's really scary.
That is wild.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Are you like allergic?
I guess so.
Scary.
I guess so.
Or maybe I was just had a lot of yeast. Who knows?
You're allergic to bread.
A lot of yeast.
All right. So during this like exclusive time period where
Yeah.
you're single still,
Yes.
what are your like secret single habits? Like, what are things that you do that if you like, if a girl you really liked and wanted to go like seriously with, if she saw it, she'd be like, "You're too much of a bachelor for me."
Yeah.
Mm.
Stuff you wouldn't do in front.
Oh, I have like my day off. That's probably one of the most like bachelor things I fucking do. When it's my real day off, like I get back from the road. I've been on the road for like a week or more, and I need to really fucking wind down. I have nothing booked, nothing going on. I'll lay in bed all day. I'll
Mhm.
order Uber Eats like 4 or 5 times. That's not an exaggeration. It just shows up. I'll eat. I'll sit there, eat. I'll play video games all day. And I'll have usually sometimes like 2 pieces of media going. Like I'll be playing video games on my TV and then have like Succession on my phone and just like media into the head. And then once I get like too full or too bored of what I'm doing, watch porn, jerk off, and then go maybe like nap, go back into the cycle. And like
Wow.
I'll do that for like a day straight, sometimes 2 days straight, if depending on how long I was like working consistently for.
Yeah.
Like if I was working consistently for like 2-3 weeks, then maybe I'll take 2 days straight off where I'm not doing nothing.
I love that.
Do you
Yeah.
shower after masturbating?
No.
Do you shower
You
after
just go
sex
back
every
to
time?
playing video games.
Yeah.
Do
Absolutely.
you wash your hands?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wow, those are some real
I actually,
habits.
I actually do a bit about it where I'm like, I go from food to games to porn to games to food, and I'm like, and the question is, do I wash my hands in between? I'm like, that's for God to know.
We need somebody to
Wow.
like take a black light to your apartment.
Oh, it'd be fucked.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to like Lysol everything now.
Yeah.
The female version of doing what you just explained.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called girl rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can say like, "Oh, what are you doing this Sunday?" Like Natasha will like call me and I'm like, "Sorry, I can't answer the phone right now. I'm just girl rotting."
And you
Like,
just like, or you're like doing that.
Same
But-
thing,
You caught
essentially.
me this morning doing it.
girl rotting.
I was just
oh
like,
yeah, in
I
bed.
was like in bed, disgusting, like
Scrolling,
hairs
doom
all over
scrolling.
doom scrolling. I
Yeah.
had joint in mouth, barely lit. I was like, Coffee, where are you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's like when I'm in that mode too. Like I think if you told that to someone, they'd be like, "Oh, are you depressed?" I'm like, I'm the happiest I've ever fucking
It's-
been in my whole life.
It's
Recovery.
actually when
Yeah.
I'm like my roommate doesn't feel this way, I think. He like gains more like pleasure out of being around people.
Mhm.
But I'm like, this is my recharge moment. It
Yes.
makes me extremely happy. I look forward to it so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
To spend a full day in silence, like just order food that's disgusting, lay in bed.
I know that you earned it. Like you,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I worked really hard. I need this time off. I earned this time off. I don't have to feel guilty about not getting stuff done because I don't need to get other stuff done. And if you do it, like people are like, oh, I go on vacation, I go visit people. Like when I'm hanging out with friends and family, like I'm having a great time, but that's exhausting.
It is.
Talking,
Yeah.
being on, communicating, drinking, all these things. After that, I'm worn out.
Exactly.
For me to actually feel relaxed and ready to like go back and tackle my life again,
Mm-hmm.
I need to be fucking girl rotting.
Yeah, I think girl
Yeah.
rotting is microdosing vacation.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really important to put all of your devices on do not disturb.
Mm.
I like to be disturbed, but like
No,
I want my phone to be jumping because that's part of my girl rot, but I'm not taking any action.
no.
Don't ask me for anything, you know.
I want to like look through my messages and see that there are messages, but I don't want to be receiving any notifications, and I
Okay.
will not be answering most of the time.
Is
Yeah, I'm
girl
not about
rotting
that.
like your guys' term?
No,
No.
this is just we're chronically online.
Okay, yeah.
So that's like
a new
it's
one.
it's
that's
an
come up.
emerging term.
It's
Yeah,
an
girl
emerging,
rotting. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I'll co-op that. I'll be hip with it.
Yeah, cool.
I like
Yeah.
cook of the new terms. Like let him cook.
Oh,
Let him cook.
so
a big-
boy.
I love let him cook. It's so good. I love saying it all the time. We're cooking in here, guys. We're cooking. Let's go.
Technically, that was Lil B.
Was that Lil B?
I feel like he's iconic.
I don't even know who Lil B is.
Lil B, the bass god. Oh my god, you got to
Um,
throw some respect on his name. Do
Okay.
your research.
I'm bad with music though. I'm really bad with
No,
music.
it's music. How old are you? Are you
30.
Okay. Oh wow, 93.
Yeah, 92.
Okay, cool. I'm turning 30 in June.
Hmm.
But yeah, Lil B, a niche internet rapper.
Celebrity, yeah.
Yeah. He put a curse on a basketball player
Yeah.
or a football player. I don't remember,
Why?
but
football,
what? Football.
Basketball.
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 He put a
Kevin
curse
Oh, he
on
Durant.
put
Kev.
a curse on KD.
Yeah.
Why?
And I don't remember why. but some type of disrespect.
Yeah.
And it's funny. He wouldn't let that boy cook for a little while.
Yeah.
So.
Did you guys ever see that dude on TikTok who was like, magic isn't real? And these witches were like, we're putting a curse on you. And then the curse didn't work. And they're like, he's draining your magic. I was
Oh my God, I didn't see that.
So it was this whole saga where he was like, he's like, I'm going to prove magic isn't real by being like, hey, put a curse on me. I'll give you my address. You can send me shit. Or like, you need my
terrifying.
hair. He like sent a witch's hair to like, do the curse. And obviously none of it worked. And then
Obviously.
And
What,
then-
what is this obviously? Whoa.
I'm sorry, I'm not a magic believer.
Or a witch believer. Because I don't think magic is necessarily always tied in.
Yeah, I don't want to. Witchcraft and magic are very different.
They're the same. There's crossover.
The magic community and the like Wiccan and witchcraft community, very different.
You're thinking magic. You're thinking like boys
Performance.
who are into magic.
Oh, like you
Like the
fucking-
magic castle.
No, I
Like,
don't mean like fucking like pulling a fucking what a handkerchief out of your hand or something like that.
Okay.
No,
well,
I mean like
I don't know. They take it pretty seriously.
Yeah,
like
but-
I also ancestors.
But they're not doing that being like, I'm putting a curse on you, I'm putting a spell on you. They're like, oh, this is like sleight of hand. I'm doing magic in quotations, which is like mental fuckery. Where like witches
it?
are like whatever, like being like, I'm putting a spell on you. And this guy was like, you can't do that. And then so they all tried to, and then these witches were like, no, he's tricking you. He's sucking your magic. And he's just like, no, it's fake. That's why it's not working.
Oh my God. So
Like-
they said like them giving into him being like, yeah, send me your hair then.
No, he didn't say that. The witches said that. The witches said, no, the reason the spells aren't working is because he's like draining your energy. He's like, it's all, and he's
It's
like,
a trap. They want them to put a spell so that
Right, so he can drain.
to create the portal.
yeah.
Wow,
And then he's like,
got it.
it's like, it's because he doesn't believe. You have to believe. And it's like, oh, very convenient. Very, very convenient. You have to believe in the magic for the magic to work. It's fucking Santa Claus.
What about Santa Claus?
Santa Claus is like having like there's what's it called, like Christmas movies where it's like, oh, they don't believe, there's no Christmas spirit, and then he can't do his Santa shit. That's Elf. The sleigh
I
won't
guess
fly
that is
because there's no
Elf.
Christmas joy. It's like
Yeah.
that's like a Christmas trope.
That if you don't believe in Santa,
He like doesn't exist. Or you can't see him
Wow.
anymore.
wow.
So he exists if you believe.
Yeah.
So, that's
You
convenient.
But
guys
I
have-
believe
That's
and he
convenient.
has never been to my house.
Yeah, right. You're like, I had Christian envy my whole life.
I've tried
Yeah,
to
did I
believe.
not know? That's like a very, very like standard Christmas
I
trope.
guess that's
we're
it's
both
the
not of
convenient.
the Christmas.
We're not of the
practicing
faith.
Oh, you
faith.
guys Jewish.
No,
we're actually we're peace in the Middle East,
Yeah.
really.
Okay.
We're a
We're
Muslim
Semites.
Jew.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That makes much more sense.
We're
then.
Abrahamic in here.
You
I'm
get-
deep on Muslim TikTok now. It's
And
pretty
I'm
funny.
so deep on Jewish TikTok.
Yeah.
I think that's how much we love each other.
Yeah, they
that our
know.
algorithms have like taught us more about each other's
Yeah.
upbringing.
Dude. So I follow one Muslim TikTok with that lady with her cat, and she treats it like she's like puts like hijab on it and stuff.
Oh,
and like,
what's her name? Mindy?
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you are so beautiful.
That is so funny.
I love that one. That one's so good.
It's really good. But yeah, we also often have like questions about religion. I feel like we're both kind of finding out a lot
Yeah.
more about it in the meantime because we're like, wait, you guys don't believe that?
Are you guys practicing?
Not really. You more than me, I would say.
Yeah. My family, like, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty like neutral religious wise.
But I think it's been our new, like, kind of high obsession.
Yeah.
I get into this, like, Reddit/Wikipedia hole about religious facts. And I just am learning more and more about Jesus.
What she's saying is she's accepted Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior. Her baptism was last night at the Jakku. Oh my God.
Tempo is just the body of Christ.
You're sick. Eucharist. Please have one. Wow, that's
But yeah.
sick.
Do they have Taco Bell in Canada?
Yeah. It's not super popular, but they have it.
Is it the same menu?
I believe so. I think there's a bunch of shit you guys get, like, because Americans go fucking crazy on shit, like the Big Mac or McChicken Big Mac or Big Mac McChicken, whatever. Like, you guys have some wild shit down here that we don't get up there.
What is Taco Bell called in Canada at French?
Fuck, I don't know.
Do you speak French?
Je parle un peu français.
Like what would it be translated to? Like
I don't know. It's probably just called Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
Because it's like, it's a brand, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think those things just cross over. Like
Yeah.
that. Like, KFC, I think is still called KFC.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. So what's your order?
Yeah.
My order, say I'm not a big Taco Bell guy. I'll be straight up with that.
What's your like indulgent fast food of choice?
I'm a McDonald's guy.
Okay.
I go Donnie's every time.
But you call it Donnie's?
Call it Donnie's.
That's so Canadian.
I love that.
I love calling it Donnie's. But usually my go-to, it'll vary on how crazy we're gonna get, how fucked up. The base, which is usually always the order, which this really pisses me the fuck off, because I like to get 2 McDoubles with mac sauce on them. So like the Big Mac sauce. If you order on fucking Uber Eats, they don't have an option. They used to have an option for
To
mac
write
sauce.
notes?
You can't write notes, and you can't order mac sauce. You used to be able to order mac
pisses me
sauce,
off.
and they don't fucking let you do it anymore. It's horseshit.
That's my man's
I'll
order.
pay for it.
But now you can buy apparently the mac sauce.
Not buy. They're doing a special promo.
Oh my God. It's like, bro, just let me have it.
Right. Well,
I'll
you can get
pay.
it with anything.
Yeah, I'll pay. If give me I'll pay $1 a fucking packet if I have to.
I
I'll pay
respect
2.
that.
I just want it, dude.
Right.
It makes it. I've ordered it like a little while ago, and it came, and the fucking McDoubles didn't have max. I was like, it's not even fucking close to as good.
That's what
dude.
I'm saying. If you don't give me sauce at Taco Bell, I don't even want the Taco Bell anymore.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Okay, so you get the McDoubles.
3 McDoubles.
Oh, 3.
Big Mac sauce. That's baseline. That's usually always the order
No
with
French
a
fries?
large fry.
Okay.
So that, and then I'll take the fries and put them in the burger with the mac sauce, and then it's like a whole thing.
Icon
Sometimes
move.
I get bacon on the McDoubles, but that's very rarely. So that's like, usually it's just, if it's gonna be just base is McDoubles, then you can add fries. If we're expanding, throw a McChicken in there. Next expansion would be nuggets. I'll get a 10-piece nugget. I like the hot mustard dip. That I think is like the best dip, and then barbecue, hot mustard barbecue.
The barbecue is the winner.
the barbecue,
Those-
Sweet and
McDonald's
sour.
barbecue sauce is the best.
Sweet and sour never go with.
I would never get sweet and sour.
Wait, also
You wouldn't catch me dead ordering that.
do you have poutine at Canadian McDonald's?
We do, absolutely.
Is it good?
But the like poutine in Canada is so good that McDonald's poutine is like garbage. And also, I'm usually ordering this deliver. I don't really walk into a Donnie's a lot and get an order. I'm like, you're bringing it to me. And so you one of the things you would never get delivery is a poutine, because by the time that gets to your place, it's fucked.
Cold.
And
soggy.
I feel like you want a thicker fry
Yes.
to like
Yeah.
be able to
Oh, they
hold
put it
up
on
some
McDonald's.
cheese. Yeah,
Yes.
it would be
Like
on
the thin ones.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's good ass poutine places. Like there's a place called Smokes Poutine. That's like a chain chain fast food place that just does poutine. And then you can just get real good poutine at any like fucking Greasy Spoon and shit. And then if we're adding another thing on top of that, then you get into the sweets. Then we're probably going Oreo McFlurry, and then maybe an apple pie. And if you really fuck around, sometimes they'll put the apple pie in the McFlurry. So you get like an Oreo McFlurry, get them throw an apple pie in there, and they'll fucking whip it up. Some
I don't
places,
think they would do that here.
No.
No way.
I think you can get
That's a
that done
Canadian
here.
thing where they're nice.
Yeah, you can. See, we're getting thumbs up from the
Wow.
producer. That's like, now we get into the sweets, and the sweets are kind of free balling in the moment. I would say that the Oreo McFlurry is always a go-to first choice.
What happens if the machine is broken?
Well, then you're fucked. You're shit out of luck. You go to the apple pies, but you kind of
Would you go cookie?
Yeah. The chocolate chip cookies are slapping.
I like those.
They're
I
very
would.
good.
I would go
Although
pie.
they-
Pie before cookie all the time.
Have you had the
Really?
birthday cake pie?
No.
What?
It's like a special, or is it maybe like holiday cookie pie? It's the holiday one around Christmas and shit.
Oh.
It's so good.
That sounds really good. My mouth
And
is
it has like
watering.
funfetti sprinkles.
If it's the right time of year, you go for that Shamrock Shake.
Ugh.
I'm a mint girl. I love mint.
I love the Shamrock Shake. It's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. And it's one of my favorite memes is like a fake McDonald's ad that's like, Shamrock Shake back at McDonald's full of leprechaun piss.
My God, I'm like, sign me up.
Just picture a leprechaun pissing into like the machine. Like,
Oh my
yeah, we were
God.
like, yeah, Shamrock Shake is back.
I love a Shamrock Shake. I love a mint
Yeah.
chocolate chip ice cream. Yeah.
But that's if we're going to go to fast food order, those are the different levels. Depending on how gluttonous I want to get, you'll go through almost those steps exactly to put together some fucking savage order.
And no soda.
No.
You're
Never- you don't
missing
get a
out on
drink.
No.
the sweet nectar of a Coca-Cola beverage from
I'm
McDonald's.
not a big pop drinker. Like I drank a Coke before we shot this pod just so I could have like a boost, like a caffeine sugar hit. But I rarely enjoy drinking a soda. I'm like, water's better. Like it's a I think a poor form of like consumption. Like
Okay.
it's
I
such
see that.
such little time in your mouth and everything like that. Like
For
the-
calorie.
Yeah,
like the ratio of calories to.
the ice cream is like fucking more enjoyable. And I think it's just so like if I'm eating fucked up gross food, there's a point where you'll stop. Drinking soda, you will never, if you get in the habit of that, you'll just continuously drink that all the time.
Yeah,
And there's never
that's
like
me.
a full bloated feeling that's going to stop you.
So true.
I drink Diet Coke like it's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
coffee.
So are you a coffee person?
Kind of. I'm not
Tim
crazy.
Hortons?
I wouldn't.
Timmy's.
I don't typically go to a Timmy's. I would go. I always like a indie coffee shop, like a little whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because like I like to
Yeah.
support local.
He's better than us.
Yeah.
I like to go to like, and it's all ever. I've
Gets
lived
like an oat milk matcha.
No, I get a single shot of espresso. That's it. One espresso shot.
What an edgelord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because my buddy told me about how in like in Italy and stuff, like he's like the Italians do the coffee the best. He's like, you got to learn how to do things from the people who do it the best. And the Italians, he's like, they do it the best. You get a little espresso, you have it after you eat, and then you're not like fucking wired all the time. Because like what's that, like a 20-ounce coffee that has something like 200 or more milligrams of caffeine, where like a little espresso, single shot espresso is like 50. Like it's more caffeine per ounce,
It's more concentrated.
but you're drinking way less. And
yeah, but I guess like
but
so
I'm
you don't enjoy it. Like we love coffee.
I'm drinking this all day.
oh no, I drink. I'm like, I need to go faster. That's it.
No, it's really not for that. Well, it is in a way, but
I don't put anything in my coffee. I don't do cream, milk, sugar. Like, yeah, you put milk and sugar in a coffee or like an oat milk latte is like fucking fire. There's this place close to where I lived in Toronto that would do a vanilla oat milk latte that was like so fucking good. But I try not to. Those things I try to cut out. Where it's like
you don't like drinking your sugar. Clearly,
I don't like drinking my sugar. But it's also like that's then a day. Like I'm drinking a coffee every day. I'm drinking or an espresso or almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just to have that pick me up to go. I'll do it before I write or something.
Mm-hmm.
If I start making the habit of that being a sugar intake, like a negative calorie intake, now I have a daily hook that is always me eating something that's bad for me.
Yeah.
So if I can try to eliminate those as much as possible, that's great. I don't want to create a bad habit in my diet.
That's
that's
good
a
one.
really, I feel like it's very grown because when we used to work together, my favorite iconic food combo you would do was cheese and coffee.
Because
That's a thing in some countries.
I needed something to snack on. I didn't do it all the time.
But then it like also became a thing that I was accidentally doing. And then every time now that I find myself like eating a Baby Bell or like eating a piece of cheese and then like I'll have a sip of coffee and I'm like, this combination is disgusting and pure just like work chaos.
It
life.
is. It was just like I had cheese in my fridge. I'm hungry. It's not lunch yet. I had time to go grab a coffee quick, and I'm just like I'm staying alive.
Wow. Cheese and coffee. It's like a laxative with something that's going to make you constipated.
Yeah.
If you don't have IBS.
I'm like, what? Both of those are laxatives in my case. It's like a pretty lethal duo.
He's like, I'm doing cheese and coffee on survival mode. You're like, it's killing me, baby.
Yeah, like I'm
It's
on
taking
the
me
toilet
out of
as you-
survival.
I got dysentery now. Holy shit.
But yeah, we're so grown now.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Please like and subscribe. And Che, where can they follow you?
All platforms at Che Durena, CheDurena, CheDurena.com for all tickets. And you can check me out on Twitch and Kick at Little Dinky News.
Very nice. Thank you again.
See y'all soon.
Bye.